Amazon Prime Day, a prime time to accessorize yourself. You can buy all sorts of things, and with a Prime membership, you get a lot of great deals as well. But we're not here to talk about deals, we're here to talk about what we at High Tech Lowlife got during the Prime Day sales. And yes, that includes Steam Deck accessories. Accessories, accessories, accessories. We have a ton of accessories today, and we do have quite the haul today. And while it's pretty obvious what some of these are, others will need some explanation. Like this screen protector. Actually, this isn't for my Steam Deck, this is in fact for my S21 Ultra, so I'm gonna put that away. So let's take a look at our very first Steam Deck accessory. This right here is a keyboard. It's a portable keyboard. A portable Bluetooth keyboard by a company called iClever. How clever. So why did I get this keyboard? For one reason and one reason only. To control my Steam Deck. And yeah, it works on other stuff too. Anything that has a Bluetooth connection that you can type into, this thing works for. It works on my desktop. It also works on my S21 Ultra that I mentioned earlier. So inside the packaging, of course, is in fact the keyboard itself. The keyboard itself comes in a nifty little bag right here. One that you can just take off very easily. And as you can see there, the keyboard folds into itself. Yeah, like that. And as you can see there, it's like a 60% keyboard, but even smaller. Obviously, these aren't mechanical switches, but I mean, given this size, there probably isn't a way to fit mechanical switches into a keyboard like this that also folds over. So underneath this instruction manual is a little accessory here called the holder. And you might be wondering what the heck a holder is for this thing. Well, this thing holds the keyboard up at an angle, kind of like an actual keyboard. Like, you know how most keyboards nowadays come with feet at the bottom that you can adjust? Yeah, this is basically that, except in a separate form. And there is in fact a proper way to hold it up. Yeah, you want to put it like that, and then you want to just expand your keyboard. And there you go, you have a raised keyboard. I'm gonna be real with you, I would never use it this way because packing the holder along with the keyboard is kind of a pain in the butt, and it's also a bit cumbersome, so I'm not gonna bother with this. Now let's move on to what else is in here. Underneath here is a wire, a charging wire. Yes, this is in fact a wireless keyboard, so you need a charger. You wanna know what the problem is? This is a frickin' Type B connector. These old connectors that used to be literally everywhere. It's frickin' 2022. Companies need to get a move on for Type C. I'm sick of seeing new products released with a Type B connector instead of a Type C connector. What a huge bummer. And let's showcase it working on the Steam Deck. And as you can see here, you can type on it just fine. Well, after a bit of adjustment, honestly, this keyboard is really small. This will be very useful in a pinch when you have to use a Linux terminal. Thankfully, this thing can be used on more than just the Steam Deck keyboard. This can be used basically anywhere that supports the keyboard, that is. Back into the pouch you go. This fits in the Tomtock case as well. So I got another micro SD card. This time, it's a 1TB SD card. This will be useful for future videos that I make because honestly, I'm transferring a lot of data, a lot of the time. So as you can see here, the Steam Deck supports hot swapping SD cards. As you can see here, we're gonna just swap that out, and then we're gonna swap this in. And look at that, it fits in just nicely. And oh no, it got stuck, didn't it? You see, I read about this on Reddit actually, about this particular SD card in particular. Some people say it gets stuck in there, and honestly, it did get kind of stuck in there, but I think I figured out why it gets stuck in there to begin with. For whatever reason, Lexar decided to put a little bit of an abrasive surface, especially on the top of the SD card. You know, the part where it shows all the logos and stuff. This Samsung SD card that I just pulled out of my Steam Deck is a lot smoother on the top side. Now, you can call me crazy, but I think this might be the reason why. After scratching the surface off a bit with my nails, it actually comes out a little easier now. It's a very interesting design flaw, especially with this SD card in particular. And as you can see here, I repeatedly pressed it in and out multiple times without any issues. It might have just needed a break-in period. It's a very, very stupid flaw, but you know what? Mine slides in and out easy anymore, so I'm not gonna complain about it anymore. Just gonna let it format in the background. And in this brown box is some curtain ties, not from me though. Instead, we're going to be focusing on these two accessories. They go hand in hand, and they go hand in hand with another accessory I bought from a prior episode as well. Remember the Moondrop Arias that I got for myself? And guess what? They're taking the spotlight once again. So for the uninitiated, the Moondrop Arias are in fact high quality IEMs that I got for myself. They are extremely good, like so good you wouldn't even believe it. But what are these though? Well, this is a Bluetooth adapter for those. See, IEMs are actually detachable. You can use several different kinds of wires because they're infinitely customizable. Though ultimately, I'm just too lazy to deal with wires. That's why I got one of these, along with a converter thing. So they do sell a 2-pin version of the FiiO UTSW3, but the Moondrop Arias have recessed 2-pin plugs, so that's why I opted to get the different version instead, with an adapter as well. And yes, these are significantly bigger than any AirPods or AirPod-like devices that you'll buy. But in all honesty, these will probably sound better than any of those. Except for the tippity-top highest end versions, I mean. Installation was pretty simple. All you have to do is put the adapters in. Remember which ear is your left and right ear. I didn't remember which one was which until I put them in. And then plug them into your corresponding plugs. The red one here is your right ear, and the blue one, your left ear. And there you have it. They're in. But we haven't really explored the box yet, so let's do that real quick. Inside the box is more documentation on how to pair this thing. You'll want to read this if you're going to buy this for yourself. Also inside is a really tiny USB-C cable. Why is it so short? And I guess now's a good time to talk about the Steam Deck's woes, especially in regards to Bluetooth. So I think Bluetooth support is totally fine, unless you're trying to use audio devices, that is. You may have seen this coming, but Bluetooth audio on the Steam Deck isn't great for one reason only. Latency. Yes, there is a noticeable audio delay, and it's not due to the fault of the FiiO device. It's in fact due to the fault of the Steam Deck. I know this because I have the WF-1000 XM3s by Sony, and these were the cream of the crop a couple of years ago when they first released. When you use any of these Bluetooth earbuds on your phone, like my S21 for example, I'm gonna be real with you, there wasn't a whole lot of any delay whatsoever. However, a lot of that was in software. Believe it or not, the deck does support aptX, but in desktop mode, not game mode. When it comes to Bluetooth audio codecs, I think aptX might be the cream of the crop. I'm not sure if there's any better solutions, honestly, especially for Bluetooth, but I think it's pretty good. And the FiiO device that I bought here definitely supports aptX. On Android, that is. So yes, that's my Prime Day haul. By the time you're watching this, Prime Day will already be over. Oh yeah, by the way, that 1TB definitely finished formatting. I think I'm gonna install Ark Survival Evolved, because I totally skipped Ark in that one video that I made. So if you like my content, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, join my Discord server, and also enable notifications.